Please tell me which camera should I look to tell Aadam Ahmed to finish. Because I don't want to see him get hurt anymore. Yeah, what are you saying? You know who it is. This should be Baseboxing Basement. Please like and subscribe, blah, blah. No, comment. I love the comments. I answer every comment. Find another boxing channel that answers every comment. You won't, right? I don't delete no comments either, because I'll take the haters too. I don't get many haters. Why? Because people love the Chill B. Anyway, this video is about Aadam Ahmed. I ain't sure if that's the right pronunciation. Aadam Ahmed. It's got double A, Aadam. I prefer Aadam Ahmed. I think that sounds better. So, obviously he's Prince Nazim's son. Now everybody knows that the Prince Nazim was a legend. There are no other words you could use than he was a legend. He was entertaining. He had power. He had speed. He had accuracy. Ultimately, he met Marco Antonio Barrera, who was too good, too experienced, gave him a hiding, embarrassed him, slammed him against the ring post. And then he had one more fight against Julio Cano or something, some other bum. And then he retired at age 28. And I think that's good. The reason I think it's good, because boxing is a dangerous game. A very dangerous game. Yeah? There's so many punchy ex-boxers, Jerry Quarry died at 53 from dementia. I mean that's unbelievable. In a sense, what I mean by that is so young. So when it comes to Aadam Ahmed, it's like, well, he's decided to box. Obviously, he's had a privileged life. His dad's a multi-millionaire. He lives in Dubai. And, fair enough for him. He's decided to become a boxer. In fact, his other brothers as well, Sal and the other one. One of them was doing Misfits, which is probably the better route, because you get paid whilst fighting at a lower level. So Aadam Ahmed, if you look at BoxRec, right? BoxRec, the record-keeping website, it's fairly good. And they've scrubbed three or four of his amateur fights. He won only one. He won only one fight. He did them in Belgium, apparently, so that no one really see him. Maybe they scrubbed it because it's a different Aadam Ahmed. So it's possible that wasn't him. But regardless, Aadam Ahmed is whack. He's a bum. Yeah. He's an embarrassment to his family. Yeah, in his first fight, he fought a literal teenager, 17-year-old, who was out of shape, whereas Ahmed was muscled. A guy had a record of 1 win and 2 losses, and he got a beat down in, a minute or something. It was pathetic, man. It was embarrassing. He then followed that with 2 wins on points against guys, that have only won 4. Both of them, one of them won 4 fights out of 26. The other one won 4 fights out of 41. I mean, total bums, journeyman. The other one, and then the next guy stopped in a round who had 16 wins and 27 losses. So we're talking utter bums. And it's okay, when you start your career, you see this in British, but especially British boxing. It's special. It seems to be special to British boxing when they will get a prospect fighting bums, who've only won 5% of their fights. It seems to only exist in Britain. But, professional journeyman. I think it was started by, the guy was a Batman, a bald guy, and he had the Losers Gym Limited, right? He had the Losers Gym Limited. Yeah, I can't remember his name, man. I'm losing my memory. He was a big guy, bald guy. Anyway, he set up this kind of gym called Losers Limited. Guys like Peter Buckley, who, by the way, he actually could box. But, he decided there's more money from, losing to prospects and coming at the last minute. Now, let's imagine someone pulls out of a fight. Last minute, who do you call? Well, you call the Losers Gym. Peter Buckley, can you? Yeah, I'll fight, but it's 5G, boy. It's 5G. You pay me 5G, I'll come down, and they do, because they've sold all the tickets. So, I can't remember this guy's name. Can someone tell me in the comments? The bald guy, big guy. Anyway, he's a batty man. But I mean, he's an open back man. This ain't no rumours like Junior Witter. He was an open back man, and he probably hung around the showers a lot, pretending to talk to the journeyman. But most of his journeymen were extremely ugly, so they were probably safe. I suppose I hope Peter Buckley was safe anyway, because anyway, so. Ahmed is boxing these utter bums, and I don't have a huge problem with that at this period, apart from the 17-year-old Bulgarian, glue addict, glue sniffer that he banged out. I mean, that was just horrible, embarrassing. But he hasn't looked good. He has not looked good at Aadam Ahmed. And that's why they haven't been showing him, on big TV channels. And there's all these channels, DAZN, Sky, what I'm saying, TNT, all this kind of stuff. There's plenty of places they could show him, but they don't. Why? Because he's whack. So they showed Conor Bum, they showed Chris Eubank Jr. from an early time, because they could vaguely box. Right? But this guy, Aadam Ahmed, is, unfortunately for him, a complete bum. And I remember there's an interview where someone says to the Prince, the huge fat Prince, he must be a super heavyweight now. Is Aadam going to be as good as you? And he goes, can anyone be as good as the Prince? And that's a perfect response, to be honest. Ahmed is, Naz is not the sharpest tool in the box, but it can be funny. He can be funny when he rinsed Eubank's son. But, he knows in his heart that his son, Aadam, is a bum. And he will get beaten up when he meets anyone half decent. They put him up against terrible journeymen who fight at smaller weights, teenagers, and he hasn't looked good. Actually, not look good against them bums. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he would be marketable. Obviously, he's the Prince's son. He's no homo, quite good looking. Sam Stroller, if you know what I'm talking about, Sam Stroller is a big fan of his. He'd like to take him to the RVT. I don't know if he'd go, but he'd like to. But but yeah, I mean, and it's an embarrassment because of his name, right? Because of his name and being the Prince's son. If he had anything at all, even Camp Bellend Hatton, who's whack. Everyone knows he's whack. Luckily, Jimmy Flint beat him twice. Who's a solid guy. He ain't no world beater, but he's a solid guy. Luckily, they gave him the decision, but they should have given that guy earlier, Martinez, the decision. Campbell and Hatton is such a bum, but they still featured him. On the big bills. You know what? You know who was his warm-up fight in his second fight? Dmitry Bivol. Can you imagine that? One of the world's best. P for P, pound for pound, was Campbell and Hatton's warm-up fight. But they haven't done this with Aadam Ahmed. Why? Because they're embarrassed. Because he's completely whack. You know what I'm saying? He's completely whack. He's got some power. He's got a little bit of speed. But he's beating up, old grannies, basically. You know what I mean? Listen, man, I go out on the street near where I live, and I go up to every drunk, skinny guy, and I whack him on the chin, knock him out. I'll be 10 wins with 10 KOs in one evening. That doesn't make me a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? So, Adal Ahmed, they don't know what to do with him. They're trying to build him up, thinking, well, we can build this. He's fairly confident, so they don't have to worry about his confidence, but they say, well, yeah, we'll build up some experience, but what experience? How long? 1,000 fights before he can even beat a half-decent fighter? He's a bum, you know? And there's only one thing that said, you know what I said, as I said before, what would Nazim said? This is what he'd say. Please tell me which camera should I look to tell Aadam Ahmed to finish? Because I don't want to see him get hurt anymore.